Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Mask of the Betrayer. So between videos I really quickly walked into here. I didn't realize that my recorder had crashed, so you guys didn't actually get to see this part, but unimportantly I'll just show you what we did. There's that offering bowl there, we put the offering in as mentioned in the previous video, and it just opened up. And that was it. That's really all that went on. We gained a level. It was a very uneventful level, I might add. We picked some skills, and I'll show you what those were, just so you don't feel like you're missing anything. Diplomacy, listen, spot, and tumble. And that was it. It was a very, very uneventful level up, yep. And we're in here now fighting Telthor bears, I should say. Always a fun time. Sometimes old games have problems while recording, and this actually isn't that old of a game, sort of. Well, I guess it is. I keep thinking it's a younger game than it actually is. It's quite old now. It's showing its teeth. It's long in the tooth now. That's the saying, because there's bears around. Alright, grab some volatile essences. And we're going to go quickly check out this cairn up here, and then we'll move on. Oh, there's some more enemies, some badgers, and another wolverine. We're sitting at 35 armor and just under just over 200 hit points, which is not bad. What else happened between videos? Nothing else really. She's almost up a level, which is nice. We are going to quick save. Uh-oh. There was more things. I shouldn't have quick saved so soon. Luckily we have a mage capable of dealing minimal amounts of damage. This is a lot of enemies. Just some bears though. More spirits to kill. We are going to need to find a place to rest after this fight, I believe. Maybe not. Our health is doing okay actually. Although we may anyways, because if she levels up, we're going to redo her spells. There are going to be 2 spells we're going to pick up for her. I already know what they are. Because they are my... well, one of them is my favorite spell. And then the other one is just a spell that I think would be very useful for us at the moment. So there we go. A bunch more dead elementals. She did level up, as we expected that she would. Also, just in sort of a general channel announcement, I know I said I was going to be starting Dawn of War 3. We're leaving that chest there, by the way, because one of the spells I'm going to pick for her is going to be Knock. We can just knock it over and knock it open instead of busting it down and potentially ruining the items inside. Anyways, I know I said I was going to be doing Dawn of War 3, but I did buy it, and then I played it for a little over an hour, and I was so thoroughly unimpressed that I refunded it. It wasn't the type of game I was expecting from a Dawn of War game. If I had to compare it to anything, I would say it's more like a MOBA strategy. And that wasn't what I was signing up for. Yes. So I think we're going to let that one go for now. I still need to sate my Dawn of War, or not my Dawn of War, my Warhammer 40k, you know what, just recommended, whatever. My Warhammer 40k addiction currently. So what we might do instead is start from the very beginning of the Dawn of War franchise, Dawn of War 1. It was such a good game, along with the expansions minus Soulstorm, which I didn't like. I know a lot of people like Soulstorm, but I did not. Anyways, not important. What is important is we're going to do that instead, and maybe some Stellaris. I don't know. We'll figure that out. All I know is that it's not going to be Dawn of War 3. Sorry if people were really looking forward to that. It's just... it wasn't the type of game I was expecting. And I'm actually really disappointed because it looked so pretty. And it was kind of pretty. But it was not very good. And it is now refunded, so... we're just going to fill up our tree with the best spell in the game. Everyone might think this is silly, but I love Greater Missile Swarm. It does such good damage that it's just awesome to take around. Level 2, we're going to get rid of some of these. One of those. One of those. We're never going to use that. And you know what? We're never going to use those either. There we go. Okay. Did we have any more spells to add in? Yes, level 5 spells. Grab another Cone of Cold. And level 1, we'll grab another Magic Missile. And that'll be it. The only reason I'm not taking... This is a dangerous place to rest. Okay. How dangerous could it... Oh, it's pretty dangerous. I should have been listening to myself. My in-game me accepted that this was a warning, that I shouldn't have stayed here for the night. On the bright side, more experience, so... And it's good experience, too. If we take a look at our level, we're quite a long ways away, but still, we're already a good chunk of the way in. Which is kind of nice. Alright, let's try and find a place to rest that's slightly safer. Somewhat dangerous, I can deal with that. Perfect, we're all rested up. I should probably grab that essence there. Yeah. Now we'll have knock, and now we'll have missile swarms coming from everywhere, just swarming missiles all over the place. And we'll start Dawn of War 1 tomorrow. Again, I am sorry if people are looking forward to Dawn of War 3. Just... I'm not impressed. By the way, if there might be those among you who love the game, and that... I'm not saying this is an indictment of the game, because if you love the game, then more power to you. Gaming is about fun, and if you are having fun, I would never deny anyone the chance to play a game they found fun. It just wasn't my type of game, so that's why I'm not doing it. Let us use knock. Open the chest. Hooray! Duskwood longbow and some arrows and an amulet. What kind of amulet is this? He asked.
Come this way.
Sending it to the mage for identification. Amulet of Unyielding Will. Bullets versus Fey, Charm, Animal. Okay. So it's gonna go on her. Our amulet is already good. We have natural armor plus 3. And we won't be fighting Fey forever. Although, being immune to dominate and stuff might be nice, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. We have really high saving throws just by the basis of our class, like 19, 19, 18. Pretty good. We're going where? Apparently we're being ambushed. Where's our mage? Oh, she's hiding around the corner. So usefully. Maybe she summoned us a sword. That's nice of her. Come on. Everything die. Again, since your spirits, so like re-die. Die part 2. That's a lot of Wolverines. I really want a second comma. Our character is not going to be doing great damage until we get a little bit higher in terms of levels. The one thing that I would like to note, because I'm sure some people are wondering, the third class we're going to be taking is going to be Weapon Master, so we're going to be Fighter, Monk, Weapon Master, and hopefully that will be a good mix to make him a fairly decent killing machine. I know that there is other builds that use custom classes added in a mod, but we're not using that mod, so that's just where we're at with that. And yet another chest. We're going to try and open it. Deal with what trap. Nope, no trap. And knock.
Follow me, now.
Did you cast the spell? What are you doing? Okay. How about now? That took way too long. Okay. Some armor that makes us encumbered. Not ideal, but what is it? Shroud of the Leopard. Light armor, base 2, max dex 6, AC 5, bunch of other junk. We're going to put that on our Imascari soldier to carry, because it weighs a lot. We just have to remember to take it off of him before we leave the Barrow, because, as you may recall, the magic that brings him to life vanishes when he leaves the Barrow. Hopefully we'll have a new character by then. I can't recall exactly when we get our third character, but we'll figure that out as we go along. Oh, more things to kill. Come, Golem, come fight them with me. Your punches deal much damage, and mine sadly do not. Though our base attack bonus is pretty good. It's quite a bit higher than our golems. And then, no, I should say not our base attack bonus, but our full attack bonus. So our base attack bonus is only 14, and it's, well, it's still quite a bit higher anyways. Then again, I think it's several levels lower than us, so maybe I shouldn't be bragging about our sweet base attack bonus on a creature that is level 15.
Come this way.
Also, the one really nice thing... Oh, that's right. At our other level, we got improved evasion. That's what we got. We don't have to worry too much about traps. It's the one really nice thing about this build is that traps sort of, for the most part, are quite irrelevant to us. We can dodge the damage on most things. Oh,
I am certain.
right. The trap blew up everything. Well, nothing broke, so that's
This is too much to carry.
positive, I guess. What's that? What's that?
Yes.
It is a Telthor Legbone. It's a +4 club that does ethereal jaunt once per day. Not the best thing. That's her Luckstone. What was the armor? Oh, hide +4. Because I was
Yes.
clamoring over that hide
What is
armor.
it?
Oh, we should probably pick up that essence. F12 to save. We are going into something here. Stop it! Leave me alone, not here, and not now. What's wrong, are you alright? Influence gain. Sophia. Thank you, but it's nothing. Look, the tunnel's angling upwards. We're nearing the exit. I passed through a chamber on my way in. There were bones. Bones of a great bear atop a carved stone. The Rashemi say a god dwells in this place, an angry bear god who rules the Barrow. Rashemi tales are colorful, but they're always true in part. Be on your guard. Any more spirits to kill in this hallway? No. Okay. I'm guessing we're going to be fighting a angry bear god named Oku. Oh, Oku's a character. Spoiler.
What stirs the air and smells so foul? Go back. Die in the silence and the dark. I am tired and ill of timber.
I'm going to diplomacy because I'm good at that. Great bear god, we have not come to fight you, but to honor you.
Good. Then you may honor me with your blood and meat. Would that I were mortal still. I would share the bounty with all my court. I know what you are, little one. I smell the hunger that wakes in you.
I don't care what you smell. You will not have him.
What do you care, Thayan? I know your kind. You love your own lives above all else.
You don't know me, but I know your kind. I know that your present form, for all its color, is only a shadow of your true self. And I've shaped and bound far greater things than you.
And I smell a wild storm in you, Thayan. Does your ally know the secrets you hide? Grief and confusion beyond measure, and something more. Enough words. By the oath I swore, neither of you will leave my den.
Alright, here we go. That's a lot of bears. Greater Missile Storm, come on. It'll save your life, I promise. Oh, that knockdown was not good though. There we go. Thank you for doing something useful. Do it again. Nope. Just do this. Oh, you're out of those. Well, that's not good. Alright, do this. Twice. There. Problem solved, mostly. Aku's near death, actually. I'll deal with him in a second. Maybe mage should not be tanking. His spirit has dispersed. Alright. We're probably not going to be able to rest here. This is definitely a dangerous place. Although we can try. Actually, this is technically a safe place to rest. Which seems odd considering the circumstances, but it's actually a safer place to rest than the previous place we were resting. I don't think that's quite right. But then who am I to argue? We are going to take the Great Axe because it's awesome. Or it's potentially awesome. Great Axes are usually cool though.
Yes.
What is it? Axe of the Bear King. +4 keen, it's made of iron, and it does electricity damage 1d6. Which is pretty cool. Wrong character. Alright. And there's the Barrow exit. Okay, so we do need to transfer some of this off.
This is too much to carry.
As long as you can still walk. Oh, you can't.
Yes.
Too much to
Good enough then.
Follow me now.
We are heading outside. To apparently Mulsantir, the city gate. For sure the golem will be gone. I'm like 99% sure. Because it really should. Love the music in this. So good. Alright. Wait, how did the golem still stick around?
Just ahead of us stand the gates of Mulsantir. You've been eviscerated, paralyzed, assaulted by spirits, and subjected to countless leagues of walking. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, but curious as to why we're here.
I've brought you here to speak with Liena. She'll hopefully know what happened to you in the Barrow, and why.
What can you tell me about this place?
Rashiman's cold winters and unforgiving landscape have crafted a folk that are, well, amusingly enough, cold and unforgiving. But this is my first encounter with these lands. What little I know is based on rumors of crazed barbarians and the masked witches that rule them.
Masked witches? I'm certainly far from the Sword Coast.
Yes, and the Rishemi are not famous for their hospitality. They are especially distrusting of red wizards. While we're here, it's best I don't show off my robes.
And what about your tattoos? How will you hide them?
Should the locals grow hostile on account of my markings, their fear of red wizards will prove entirely justified. Was there something else?
Yes, actually. You mentioned Liena before. Who is she?
Liena is an associate of my mother, or so I've gathered. I've never met her or even heard of her until I was tasked to bring you to her.
Perhaps she'll be able to satisfy your curiosity as well as mine.
Whoever Liena is, we'll soon find out what she knows. Though I did send ahead a pair of servants to find her, and they have yet to return.
I need to know what really happened back in the Barrow.
Hopefully Liena can answer that. I was instructed by my mother to retrieve you. She told me little else.
What does your mother have to do with all of this?
She merely gave me the task to find you. She did not tell me why. As the headmistress of my academy, she is often too busy for explanations.
If your mother is headmistress, I imagine that affords you special privileges.
If you're implying that I get special treatment because of my mother, I can assure you, my rank as an instructor is entirely earned, and not some token of inheritance.
Fair enough. Never mind. Actually, no need to get so defensive about it.
You're entirely right. My apologies. My peers tend to assume my mother fights my battles for me. They are right to be paranoid of such favoritism. They are red wizards, after all. Now, if there's nothing else, I think we should go and find Leanna.
There is something else, though. Back in the Barrow, there was a moment where you seemed to be hearing sounds or voices.
I think I need to avoid spirit-infested barrows. The chatter of the dead isn't meant for mortal ears. Let's just keep moving.
Alright, let's get going.
These robes display my rank and affiliation as a red wizard, and the locals care very little for my people. As long as we're in Mulsantir, I shouldn't display my red robes. Give me a moment to adjust my attire. I think you've mistaken me for a horse and wagon.
Everyone's all encumbered. Our Imiskari golem is dead, by the way. It fell over. There are some people up ahead. And we're going to travel to them in sort of a gliding motion because we're actually technically faster than normal people due to our monk levels. But we're also slow on account of the fact that we are encumbered. What's over there? There's a dirt mountain. I want to go see it. Chatter with Shelvar. A wet and gloomy Mulsantir evening to you, my friend. You did not perchance encounter an army of angry spirits on the road. I don't usually begin conversations that way, but the local shamans aren't usually in such a peak, and my wagon isn't usually mired outside the city gates. An army of angry spirits, is that common in this land? Only when my livelihood is stuck in a ditch outside the city, I assure you. To be truthful, I have no idea. This is a hard country, unkind to foreigners, and I try to keep myself behind as many walls as I can, and bide my time until I return home for the season. So you're a merchant, do you have goods? To your first question, yes, and I'd be a poor tradesman if I answered no to the second. Do we have a good bluff? Let's try and bluff. That wagon isn't going to budge for some time. Keep your prices low and I'll make up for your lost trade. Nope. Mud is stubborn, true, so are Gullen and Vink. And regardless, I always sell my goods for reasonable coin. Fair enough. Do you have a comma? Oh, you don't. You suck. Then again, we don't have any gold, so maybe you don't suck that much. Anywho, let's sell some things. We'll keep the essences for now. We'll get rid of the robes, and we'll keep the star sapphire. That's not identified. And we'll get rid of all the scrolls. We'll get rid of the arrows because we don't have an archer, and we probably won't for the conceivable future. We can always get more later if we need to. The Imiskari breastplate is worth more than the merchant will buy it for, so we might want to hang on to it.
Yes?
No. Nope. He's gonna sell. He's way better at it. We'll keep Sophia's robes. She's not wearing any armor currently, just a disguise. But we are gonna sell the short sword, the great axe, possibly, and the dagger, that bow, that armor.
This is too much to carry.
And that crossbow, and those bolts, and those bolts. Keep the satchel, and everything else I think we can keep for now, except for the harpoon.
Yes. What is it?
Now we walk very slowly to the merchant, because we're heavily encumbered. Let's trade again. Axe of the Bear King is worth too much. Dagger is not. Composite shortbow is not. Shroud is. Light crossbow is not. And that's where we're at for loot. So we could sell that for 100,000 gold, but he doesn't have anything we want anyways. It's kind of disappointing, except maybe the Amulet of the Master. Nope, not really. Well, we could get a greater magic bag though. That is actually very useful. It's only 10,000 gold. You know what? We will buy it. Those are just so useful to have. Oh. Why can't it just be click and drop?
This is too much to carry.
You'll be fine.
This is too much to carry.
Oh, we should probably sell that short sword too. It's Mistress Blessing. Oh. It's a spell you can put on a weapon. True Seeing, immunity to illusion, and 1d6 magical damage. We'll wait for a slightly better comma, but that's not a bad enchantment. Alright, something more, friend? I am seeking a theater and a woman called Liena. Then Timora has smiled twice on you, for you'll find both within these walls. Pass through these gates and head straight to the round, ramshackle structure that smells distinctly of garlic and sour wine. You don't approve of this theater? I'm a sloop man myself. Amongst the foreigners in this city, you'll discover a completely irrational devotion to one or the other, the Vale or the sloop. Amongst the locals, you will find an equally irrational disdain for both. The Rashemi are a humorless folk, suspicious of foreign goods and foreign gods. And Liena is shielded within? Indeed, and I have never seen her come out. Let's talk about something else. Why'd you ask me about an angry army of spirits? Because the locals are staying indoors and bolting shut their windows, and muttering darkly of an angry beast god. Whatever foreigner stirred up this mess, I do not envy him or her, and I'd counsel him to finish his business in Mulsantir quickly, before the witches take notice. Witches? There are witches in the city? Oh yes, you know them by their masks and their uncanny ability to turn up when they're least wanted. Capricious, wrathful, and answerable to no one, their whims are the law in this mad country. You're not from Rashomon? No, I hail from Thesk, on the other side of the river to the west. My trade takes me along the Golden Way, but my aversion to death keeps me in Mulsantir. Okay, I gotta go. There was that dirt pile I want to go take a look at. And we're almost out of time on this video. Really?
This is too much to carry.
Encumbered off of a quarterstaff? What the heck? That's just ridiculous. What weighs so much that you're carrying? Could be that rod. No, it's 0.5 pounds. Do fire essences weigh? Nope. They do not. I'm just a weak baby, apparently. Quarterstaff plus 2.
Follow me, now.
We could probably sell that right away, but we'll go inside first. There's also another dirt mound over there. It's important to note where all the dirt mounds are because they have loot. People just buried... Someone just buried 2,800 gold. That is not a normal amount of money to bury. That's like enough to buy a small house in a city. Our poor golem is just lying dead on the ground over there. Let's go in the city. We're going into Mulsantir. And then we're going to have to end the video because we are out of time. So here we are. In the first city that we will be visiting in this game. The Vale Theater's here. There's a bazaar. We can take a quick look for items, I guess. Might as well. There's a couple shops. I really want another kukri, not kukri, comma. What do you have for sale, sir? Oh, do you have one? He does. Oh, that makes me so happy. We can even afford it. Now we're very poor. I wonder if he can afford to spend some more money on our items. We could probably get rid of them. Super excited though about that second comma. Let's take a quick peek. Watch my stats. So our attack bonuses go down by a little bit. We get an extra attack per round. Actually, we get an extra 3 attacks per round, to be honest with you. So now we have 7 attacks per round. That just buffed up our damage a massive amount. And that's going to be the end of our video. So, like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Tomorrow is Friday. I will be doing a video earlier in the day tomorrow because I'm leaving tomorrow night to go on a long drive back to Calgary from where I currently live, to go to the Comic Expo in Calgary for the day on Saturday and then return here Saturday evening. Other than that, there'll be another video. So there'll be one on Friday and there'll be one on Sunday, I believe. And then Monday there'll be no video because that's Stellaris night, and then Tuesday there'll be videos and so on. Tomorrow I'll also start up a Stellaris playthrough. Again, there will be no Dawn of War 3. It was not happy times for me playing that game. Maybe I'll get better in the future, maybe I'll be proven wrong in the end, but I was a little bit dismayed. If you guys have different opinions on Dawn of War 3 or why I should give it another chance, let me know. You know what, I am open to the ability to change my opinion on things. I am nothing if not open-minded, so I look forward to your comments. Have yourselves a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow for the next video, and then I will see you guys after the weekend. Take care, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful night.